We're here with my chemistry teacher, Mr. Dionisio,
Hey there, Zach.
and he's going to tell us a little bit about himself and his career. So, how are you today?
I'm doing all right. It's great to be here on a Friday.
All right. So, at what age did you develop an interest for chemistry, and what do you love most about it?
So I have to say that, for science, my mom was a food chemist. My dad was an engineer. So very early on in life, I really enjoyed science. But I have to say, when I was in high school, I actually had a very awful chemistry teacher.
Oh,
And so my life's mission was to take his job.
all right. And where did you go to college to learn about chemistry, and how was your experience there?
Yeah, sure. I went to Manhattan College. It's over in the Bronx, in New York. And I went there and I studied chemistry and secondary education. I thought it was a great experience because I not only learned to be a good teacher, but I learned all the things that I needed to do in the sciences and math there.
All right. And did you always teach at Milburn, or did you change career paths along the way?
So I've actually been in education. This is my 29th year in education, and throughout my time, I've worked as a high school teacher. I've worked as a district administrator, K-12 science supervisor, and technology education, as well as industrial arts and family consumer sciences in several different school districts. But for the most part, I've been involved in teaching for all that time.
And what has been your favorite school that you've taught at?
I'll have to be honest. This is my favorite school that I've been working at currently.
All right. And what is the most challenging thing about teaching science?
I think one of the most challenging thing is to take something that students sometimes don't understand very well and trying to make it so that it's accessible for everybody. And I know that you can't meet everybody's needs, but I think that that is truly the challenge, being able to take various different content and making it so that everybody has a chance and the opportunity to learn that.
So I really love that mission. And what do you feel like is the most rewarding part about teaching?
I know that many teachers joke about the fact that we don't, we have summers off, we get off early, but I think the rewarding thing is when I'm able to connect with students and being able to find out what their passions are, but even more so working with students that maybe are struggling and being able to connect with them and finding something that's really important for them.
So in class, you talk about being in a Filipino-Italian household.
Okay.
So how do you feel about that mix of cultures, and what's your favorite thing about it?
I think one of the great things about, myself being Filipino, my wife being Italian, is about family. I think that that's a very important thing that I know for my own family that we kind of bring to the table. So it's all about family.
So you also talk a lot about, different foods and foods you love. What would be the perfect dish?
Okay, perfect dish. It would have to be fried chicken,
Fried chicken.
collard greens,
All right.
and macaroni and cheese. I know that sounds completely different from being Filipino and, my wife being Italian, but that would be my ideal, if I was on death row. That would be that would actually be the second course.
Second course. Oh, what's the first course?
Well, the first course would have to be like French toast, bacon, sunny side up eggs, hot chocolate. That's like the first course.
Now, is there like a dessert you want?
Oh, yes, there is. It would have to be apple pie and
Oh, wow.
tiramisu. It's well thought out, just in case something happens.
All right. So what is your inspiring message to those who may want to follow a similar career path to yours?
Well, I think one of the most important things with anything, not just to be a chemistry teacher or to own a food truck or to be a musician, but just find something that you're really passionate about and follow it. Stick with the path, go with the process. There are lots of bumps along the road, but just understand that ultimately, what you enjoy in life and finding that so it doesn't seem like work.
All right. This concludes our interview. I really appreciate you being on today. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Zach.